She lose. Every time she do, she lose when she lets them in. Every time she turn around, she's back in court. She gets mixed emotion. It's the way her channel flows. Excuse her, she's only human. Sometimes she just don't know. Hello, YouTube. So it looks like Miss TASHA K is back in court again. Hold on a minute. Is anybody here? I don't see nobody. Anyway, I'm here to talk about what I'm going to talk about anyway. I want to talk about the situation with TASHA K. She's been drugged back into court again. This time, this fella named Soldier Boy. Forgive me, I'm not familiar with these people. I'm not a rap follower, but I'm following the case or what has been presented in the last few days. Right? So the guy, Soldier Boy, this rapper, he is suing TASHA K and this person named William the Baddest. Hi, Dr. Dog Liquor Cam. I am Mrs. Ricks. Mm-hmm. Just you are. Just are you. Excuse me. Thank you. Fraser Laurie. Did you see the read that Armand Wiggins gave TASHA K last night? He read her for pure filth. I did see it, but it was last night, and I already forgot what he said. Okay. I don't know about feeling that background he got going now. It used to be like he was in a like a radio station or something, but now it's just against that board. I mean, I saw all the work he put into making that backdrop, but it looks like a hostage video or something. It's just too plain. He needs to either put some kind of emblem up on the wall or something, some neon light with his name on it, something. But yes, I did see it. I don't remember what he said though. The point is, this guy Soldier Boy is suing TASHA K for several $1 million. Now we all know his chances of collecting, I think the $16 million from TASHA K is pretty close to. Why? Because she ain't got it. She got to pay off this other $4 million before she even thinks about taking on more millions. But she doesn't seem to want to stop. Now, a lot of you people are fans of TASHA K, and a lot of people will make the argument, well, she didn't say these things. It was this other guy who said the things, right? But I'm going to tell you why I disagree with that. First, let's hear this little, what is it, 1 minute? Let's hear this little, so we know for some reference.
I loved it. I loved it. I had some lube. It was lubey. It was everything, and it was perfect. And he was like, "Take this, you white." Like he kept like he's very like into like the race play stuff. But here's the thing. I don't know if this was really him or it was like drunk him or like, yo, I'm nervous. I'm like, is he gonna hurt me? Is he making music? I'm so nervous. I go up the stairs and I'm just heart beating, you know what I mean? He was like, "Hey, what's up?" And I was like, "Hey, what's up?" He was like, "You get down?" And I was like, "Oh, am I gay? Yeah, I'm gay as fuck." I get in there, and at that moment, I have to go. I go from professional, like a fan, to like, you're about to have sex with him, right? And that thing was big, Tasha.
Most skinny men got big.
No, that thing was big, Tasha.
But most skinny men got.
I'm gonna be honest. That thing was like fat, and it goes. Here's the thing that makes it different. It goes to the left.
Okay.
Like Tasha, it's long and it goes to the left.
Oh, okay. So it's got a curve.
Yeah, to the left.
To the left, everything.
But I gotta be serious.
Look, he was like Beyonce. His inner Beyonce about to come out.
It was, but
okay, that was what was posted on TikTok. All right, I see some of y'all making reference to this Miss Wilson that she's on Strike Everybody page. Girl, fuck her. We'll get to that in a minute. You can rest assured of that. But this guy, y'all saying, some of your people say, or some of her followers say that she's just giving an interview and the other person is doing all the talking. The other one is doing all the exposing. Hasn't TASHA K learned yet that argument does not float in courts? You knew what he was going to say when you brought him on the channel. You only just brought him on the channel to talk about his pitiful rap career, correct? You knew exactly what he was going to talk about. And at the end of the taping, because these are pre-recorded skits she does on or interviews she does on her channel, you have the option of either posting them or not posting them. Correct? So you're still posting a malicious gossip. This boy, the baddest, he calls himself. Isn't the baddest the same one that came on that show on what's that weird channel, Zeus? And he saw the way all them black folks were jumping on him and beating him up and punching him in the face. Haven't you learned your lesson yet, the baddest? You see how violent these Negroes are, particularly the ones who make their living in the rap industry. You see how they try to save face. I don't know why you believe that you're going to make a public spectacle out of this man having sex with you, if he did or didn't. Why are you over here blabbing your mouth because someone chose to have sex with your ass? Correct? But TASHA K is just as guilty. She knew what it was going to say. She's the one that published it. Correct? I can't find it on her page. I don't know if she took it down or what, but that's a hard-headed woman. Ooh, she's hard-headed. She continues to have the same kind of format on her page. Now she's calling herself a comedian and doing world tours and things, right? So she still can't separate herself into show business. She still wants to hang on to just being a salacious gossip queen. There's no vetting at all. There's William, the baddest, whatever. I hate calling that boy the baddest. The baddest what? Them African Americans continually jumped on your ass when you was with them, when you were in a crowd, right? What makes you think these rappers won't do the same thing? It is the dumbest thing I ever heard of. Now, even if that boy got enough sense to stay away from your ass, what about all of his fans, all of his followers, all of his homophobic followers? Correct? Anybody can walk up to your girl and knock your lights out. So why are you that desperate for attention? I did go over there and look at his page. Baddest William, the baddest, whatever the fuck he is, and he has all this nasty shit on there with black men. So apparently you like black men digging up in your crack, in your asshole, correct? You're making music videos about it. These guys who are in your videos couldn't be less interested in the video. They're like people you picked up off the street, hustlers, homeless people, and you put them in your videos, right? To emphasize that somebody wants to fuck your ass. Boy, you're putting yourself in danger. You're putting yourself in danger, right? You don't totally understand how extreme homophobia is with some of these people who follow rap music, these young people. They can fuck you up. Anyway, so now the Soldier Boy, I guess he has no other recourse but to sue these people, right? Tasha ain't got nothing to win because, you know, she's already under a brick. But then she stretches shit out for 5 and 6 years trying to get as much clout as she can get out of the story. This baddest person who named himself the baddest, you didn't look so bad on that goddamn Zeus station. What was that called? I forget what the show was called. Stupid. Anyway, so that's the story. Y'all got any opinion on it? Let me see what y'all saying. Y'all are making emphasis because Jay Wilson apparently went online yesterday and said that he just clicked the button and anybody use my content, they all getting flagged. They all getting flagged. Oh, I didn't make the choice of which one it was. Whoever used my content getting flagged. Well, all of my my videos are still up. The thing about content. So you are more important than Donald Trump? Don't they use his material? Than Joe Biden? Don't they use his material? Then every single person on here, girl, don't they use each other's material? Because the rule is when you're using someone's content, you have to fraction it around, fix it around your commentary. So if I'm making a 1 hour commentary and you get your video appears for 1 minute just for context, girl, you can't take my channel down, right? What the fuck you think commentary is, queen? So do not panic. All my stuff is still here. If anybody was going to be taken down behind that bullshit, they had 300 examples, girl. I'm nobody. You don't pump fear in nobody's heart, and you ain't gonna make nobody stop doing shit. Jay Wilson, correct? So if people want to get scared, oh, I can't use Jay Wilson material. Not the famous Jay Wilson. He's Jay Wilson. You can't use his. It was so easy. I just clicked the button. And they take everybody content coming down. Everybody, well, so far we ain't seen nobody content. You apparently you trick one woman into that bullshit, child, and you say that her content came down because of you, whatever. It sounds like you did indeed go and flag her channel, correct? But I've been on here for now 8 years, and ain't shit came down. I only got flagged one time. That was 5 years ago, girl. Correct? What's the rule? It's called purpose of content. Fair use. Fair use applies to ABC, NBC, CBS, and everybody in social media. Fair use, girl. Yes, we can use your content, Miss Thing. I don't even use the ugly faces, girl. I just use the audio because you make the news every day. If you want to call this bullshit over here news, correct? Isn't that iBabe over there reading your punk ass right now? Oh, I never said this. He picks out one of the two things that he never said, right? And then what about the other 1,000 things you said, ho? Right? How y'all doing today? Fraser Laurie. Armand Wiggins reading the fuck out of yeah, they have their favorites as well. You know, Wiley talks about Armand. Armand talks about TASHA K. He says, you know, I don't hardly talk about you no more, TASHA K. But for years, she was in every video, right? So whatever, they all beef. The people over with the church people, they going crazy with the beefing now, I see. I mean, hot damn, I can't tell the difference between the beef sector and the church sector. Tasha don't care because was only listening to what he stated in the interview. I didn't see the entire interview. Did she take it down? We took that from TikTok. What was posted on there. Of course, she only wants something salacious about people. She does not care about how she affects people's careers. She knows how the young people are and how homophobic they are and all that kind of. She don't give a fuck. And what difference does it make to us? Because which direction his dick curves. I guess this baddest, what's his name? William the baddest. I guess he thinks it is important to society which way this man's dick curves. It was so big. Oh, it was big, and it curved to the right. Okay. If you think that's worth you getting an ass whooping, because you're not gonna make it all the way to court, I don't think, because you ain't got shit to win. Why should this man go and invest thousands of dollars in an attorney for a piece of shit like you? Correct? Who does anything for clout? I'm telling you what your problem is, the baddest. You can't rap. I saw that bullshit on there, child. That shit looked like somebody just took a cell phone and filmed your videos. You can't rap, child. Your lyrics are nasty, right? And people are not, 90% of America are heterosexual people, child. They're nobody interested in who climbing up in your pussy. Correct? So a lot of people have gotten in trouble. They want to fuck with these prostitutes. They figure, oh, I can get some clout from that. So they go and tell on the person. Correct? It seems like a lot of that has calmed down now. But this is some kind of a last-ditch effort of you to get some clout. By going on TASHA K's show, there's no other reason to do that. You're not promoting anything. You don't have anything to promote. Those videos are an embarrassment. You got somebody naked behind you while you rap, pumping your ass. And it's not a very attractive ad. I'm sorry, baby. It's got to be said, the baddest. That ain't something that nobody wants to be bragging about. I mean, I'm just saying. That big old fat, whatever. What y'all think? Soldier Boy got a lot of money to fight. He said, I can throw away a few dollars. If he's in small claims, you might as well go small claims. That don't cost them, what, a few $100s? Small claim, because these niggas is broke. TASHA K ain't got shit. She's out on the road, honey. She bragging about, oh, my show's this, my show's that. Yes, girl. And the accountants are right there behind you, girl. How much did she make on this concert? Okay. And you, as you said out of your own mouth, Miss TASHA K, you making the payments. So I guess they didn't throw her out of bankruptcy court, correct? When they throw you out of bankruptcy court because of your lying and hiding the money and assets, then they throw you back onto the to the person, and the person's attorneys go and garnish everything you make, so they get it all. So you're better off to go with the bankruptcy court, because the bankruptcy court will structure how much you can afford to pay and how much you must pay that person. So you're hooked in. Can we assume in lifetime you make $4 million? Because you ain't turning it like that. Probably the majority of your life until retirement, she's gonna be taking that money. It's coming out, baby. Correct? So what do? You come back and you want to do so much of the same shit. And you think that, well, I just do it on my website, right? But you come onto YouTube to promote the website, because the YouTube is your home, right? YouTube are where the numbers are. If you're getting 100,000 views on YouTube, you're getting maybe 800 on your website, right? You're still trying to turn that. So I would suggest to you, Miss TASHA K, since you're so talented, we've seen some of these runs of yours, this tour you're going on and all that. People seem to be excited and whatever. But do you really want to go onto a stage in a comedy club and just expose people? Is that funny? Is that comedy? Correct? You need to grow up and move on past the bullshit. Yes, gossip made you, honey, but you're not ready for prime time. Correct? And you can't let go of your devilish ways, Ms. TASHA. So I think it's the right thing. They got to keep suing you because you refuse to believe that fat meat's greasy. And some people have to be shown. Correct? When they have to physically come in there, because they're going to come on more aggressively if you have other lawsuits, right? Because these people are going to realize, well, she owes Cardi all this money. How am I going to get my money? So they'll come on even more aggressively, right? I want her car. I want to know what she's driving right now. And I want to take that. Correct? Or are you going to go in bankruptcy court for all these different people that are continually suing you? We don't know what happened to this thing with R. Kelly. He's locked up, so that probably wouldn't go very far, girl. So every time you get away, you come back and do the same damn thing. You figure, well, this is what made me. This is who I. That's not who you are, honey. When I was a drug addict, I thought I was a drug addict. I thought that's who I was. I wasn't no damn drug addict. My mama didn't give no birth to no drug addicts. Hell no, it was an experience in life. That's not who you are, honey. You could do other things, girl. Who is Liz? Yo, what the hell is going on? I gotta follow y'all. I gotta follow y'all on here for a minute. So we have to go back and see what Wiggins was saying. I mean, him and her have been at odds for years, literally, right? Yeah, my buy's a total blank on it. Okay, you're not calling Liz Joe. Okay, I don't know what they're talking about, Liz. I'm glad. I see Miss iBaby's over there today. And he's over talking about, oh, I never talked. I never read you. I never said this about you. I never did this. Jay Wilson, why don't you just go ahead and run for mayor of San Antonio? Because you never did shit, girl. If you're so innocent, girl, and you're so light, they don't. They didn't make these decisions. They didn't make the right thing. Oh, I never did this. Oh, I never did. You ain't never did shit, girl. Shouldn't you run for office? I mean, I would think with 5 to 8 degrees, girl, you should go over there and run for mayor of San Antonio, perhaps the governor of Texas, bitch. So you ain't never did nothing. Yet you're on here talking about people all goddamn day. Oh, we were talking about Brian and then we were talking about whatever the other people arguing. I said, well, girl, isn't that strange? How you got her on their channel right now, and then you still want to insist that you want to talk about Brian and Honest Rose life. Oh, we supposed to talk about Brianna, and so what do you mean you're supposed to talk about them, nigga? Don't you have a life? Right? I mean, this boy is so delusional. You're so delusional, Jay Wilson. You feel like you're supposed to, you have an assignment to talk about all these people. As I told you yesterday, girl, these people are private citizens. You're just being a nosy bitch in other people's lives. They are not public figures. They can go on and talk about public figures. There are laws that protect them. if they go and talk about people who are public figures. None of these people on YouTube are public figures, bitch. I got, I just need some more answers. You need some more answers about my asshole. Really? Get you a back. I'm not running from no goddamn Jay Wills. I wish the fuck that bitch. If that bitch took my channel, you know I would fly to San Antonio, nigga. When you woke up, I'd be standing right there on your lawn, bitch. You got 5 minutes, open the goddamn door, I'm coming in. How he gonna run somebody away, scare people? Ain't that a bitch? Your funky ass up here talking about people goddamn night and day, 4 and 5 and 6 videos every single goddamn day, all about everybody's business, bitch. And you think anybody gonna talk about your punk ass? So no, we ain't getting no sex, no backup. I'm not doing all that, honey. I am not scary. I ain't running from shit. Oh, it's automatic. It's automatic. So you're going to change the whole course of the beef sector then, right? Everybody who is on beef sector, you're going to say that now nobody can use anybody else. Who the fuck do you think you are, Jay Wilson? You're shit. You're nothing but a gossiping bitch. Right? Like anybody gonna come after your punk ass with all the information available on your ass, nigga. The first thing I would do, the moment I saw anything was adjusted on my page, I immediately go back into your finances, bitch. And I find out about that goddamn hood house, sissy. I would call the goddamn people at the motherfucking HOA. All that's public records, right? You ain't in no place to be trying to threaten nobody with shit. And I'm the last person you want to be fucking with, punk. Whole goddamn internet talking about each other, girl. The whole goddamn internet, they all got, if you turn on the motherfucking news, every time they talk about something, girl, they put the picture up, bitch. They put the audio up, bitch. I didn't know I could just push a button. Well, push the button, bitch. Like that woman said in the Wiz, honey, push the button. Push the button. Mm-hmm. And sit back and wait. I don't know why you think somebody gonna sit up there and take abuse from you. What? They have to go back over all my bitch. You and damn near all of them, girl. You are certainly in the majority of my videos, Miss Thing. So you tell me you're gonna take all my videos down, bitch? You're gonna actually take my $600-700 a month? You gonna take it away? Really? Really? You a bold bitch. You a whole lot tougher than you look, nigga. What's going on, St. James? Run up and get done up. I don't know what's going on with your sector over there, St. James. None of y'all want to even claim that y'all all in the same sector. Nobody wants to be the church sector. Nobody wants to be nobody wants to be the Cardinal church sector. But it's like, well, when you're talking about each other, that makes you a sector. His peen on Twitter for years. We all know that. Oh, so they saying that. So yeah, I heard that argument being made as well. I think by him that he has got this OnlyFans page. So anybody who goes on the Only, she's obviously a fan because apparently she claims she has his name tattooed on her ass. I don't get these people. There is no other group of people, of entertainers, where you can go on and every other week they done murdered each other. They done killed each other. They done turned clubs out. They done busted beer bottles over each other's heads. No other entertainment. So you feel like you can go over there and expose these people. You should be glad. I hope for the day when these gay people will get sick of exposing each other. You're supposed to be on the same goddamn team. But no, I got to expose him. I want him to know. I described his dick. Well, apparently thousands of other people could describe his cock as well, girl. But everybody's not that nasty, Miss Thing. We're not all going on goddamn TASHA K to describe what the girth and the length. Oh, I was scared. Is he going to hurt me? I would say that would be a reasonable question, Miss Thing. I would say that would be a very reasonable question. And all the people who's, crazy people follow these people as well, honey. They do. They might take it personally, girl. and you the baddest. You need to find another career, Miss Thing. And plus you look I don't want to talk about people's looks. You look a mess. You look a mess with all those silly clownish outfits you got. You got a tattoo on your face with a rainbow. You look silly. You want to convince somebody that somebody wants your ass. So let them drag your ass in court. They're going to tear you up, girl. They're going to tear you up. But you ain't got nothing. It's got to be on principle. I heard a curve. A curve one is better for women. What you want a candor, the curve up or curve down? Sling it to the left or sling it to the right? Ooh. Sometimes they pull their drawers down, girl. A woman says, ah, damn. No, I'm cool, baby. I'm cool. I think I left something on the stove. I'll be right back. There was a crooked man. He had a crooked nose. Curve to the left, curve to the. But go to OnlyFans and just look at it. You want to look at dicks? God damn. You can go to a porn site and girls see thousands of them. You want to, I mean, if it's that interesting. My opinion, they all look pretty much, I mean, basically the same, you know, got a head on it or not. But those couple of inches make up a difference with people, I guess, whatever. But she knew what he was going to talk about. TASHA K is not going to go over there wasting her time with some Z-list. I guess he calls himself a rapper. She ain't going to have him on there unless he has something to say about somebody higher up, child. She knew exactly what he was going to say. And after it was all done, it was all chopped up, she is the one who made a decision to release whatever she released. It is her. I don't know why she can't say that. I mean, she can't see that. She's going to be like Donald Trump, spending her whole life in court fighting cases. Cassandra, you finally caught alive? I finally get to see Timothy Blaine reading someone. I'm not reading them, baby. I'm not reading. Honey, that woman's over there reading. Apparently, Jay Wheels, y'all know I can't watch him but 2 or 3 minutes at a time. But I see Miss iBaby's over there chopping him up, right? She lets a little, you know, it's just light shade, you know, Barbie Dream House. At one point, she was talking about somebody who won't cam up, right? And so she said, CJ Wilson, you come on here with them wrinkles and shit all in your face. He said, oh, I caught that shade. I caught that shade. Jay Wilson, is it shade or is it the truth, child? Right? And so some woman, I guess, after she had dealt with him for several minutes, some woman jumps on there and now she wants to take up for Jay Wilson. And he sits there and lets this person defend him. Why you need somebody to defend you, bitch? You can't talk? Oh, I never did that too. He all come out what he never did. He think about one thing he didn't do. Oh, I didn't talk about your grandmama. I never said that. Yeah, but you talking about my mama, my aunties, my sister, my brother, my car. You talking about my home, my job, my education, or lack thereof, right? Oh, but I didn't say nothing about your grandma. The idiot boy. King, I guess he just stays relevant because people like to cuss him out. And he don't give a fuck because he has no self-respect, right? If Jay Wilson was a real pastor, all that shit would be very offensive to him, correct? If he were a real chaplain, all of that horrible things they say about him on a daily basis would be offensive to him. But he's not really anything, child. So he can afford to come on here and be called all kind of bald head black bitches. They talk all about his asshole. Didn't that girl Joyce say apparently there's a sex tape? Oh, this thing, the thought of it. A sex tape with Jay Wilson. Nothing more depressing than seeing somebody in a sex tape, girl, with inchworm. What you gonna do with inchworm, girl? You need money to run? Well, he apparently he's suited to run for mayor or something. I don't know who that boy think. He's always trying to impress them there, but it doesn't sound like anybody's impressed with you, Jay Wilson, right? They don't even have a moniker of respect for you because you got no respect for nobody else, right? So she felt like she out to, oh, you were on my page. You were on my page. Apparently, this guy on his road showed up on his page. So now he has to insert himself. All their business now is now his business. Correct? He succeeded, and he looks like he's starting a fight between Brian and Honest Road. Correct? So he'll bleed that for all he can bleed from. Oh, you were on my page. You were on my page. God damn, is that the sentence for being on your page? These girls ain't smart and quick-witted for comedy. Anybody can stand up and talk. Well, if she is in show business, apparently TASHA K, in her effort to get more money, is doing shows. She's appearing in comedy clubs and so forth. That is the power of the internet, because she is actually getting people in there. I've seen many of those things they do. People are excited. I guess she makes money doing that. But maybe she didn't have to pay Cardi B out of that money, right? I don't know why one thing would be different than the other thing. It's still income. But so she just sit at a desk on the stand and start talking about people. What size their penises are, which direction the penis swings, or I don't get it. These people are nasty. That boy William the Baddest. I don't know why he calls himself the Baddest. That's a nasty person. He's nasty. Hold on a minute. What's his name? This will probably be the only time anybody even looks over there, child. Okay, let's see. William. Okay, there he is. Mm-hmm. Oh no! Oh no! I can't do that because they're gonna play the music. It's gonna demonetize me. Hold on, man. Let me put it on and take the music off. Be quiet. God damn it. Just for context, I can't play the damn thing. It won't spin around. Mm-hmm. This is who we're talking about. You notice she's obsessed with black males. They're in every one of her videos. She has them pumping her in her ass. Right? Well, as a general rule, gay men like men. They like men, honey. I don't know why somebody would be attracted to that. Whatever. Mm-hmm. Isn't he now known as Miss Coochie? That's Jay Wilson. Miss Coochie. Coochie. Y'all remember Charo? Coochie. Jay Wilson. Coochie. That other girl over there, what's the black one that always does the coochie video? Coochie. So there's two coochie girls. Now there's three. Mm-hmm. I ain't gonna discuss what happens in my bed. Well, why can't you discuss what happens in other people's bedrooms than Jay Wilson? It doesn't make any. It's never made any sense to me, girl. Not the baddest. He is the saddest. Woo! William, the saddest roaster. Mm-hmm. I thought someone said Jay Wilson is a power bottom. Well, Candor, it's unfortunate, but Jay Wilson is not a power bottom by choice. He is a power bottom by design. In other words, he really can't do that much else. Either he's going to be an oral orifice, or he's going to be a bottom. I mean, I'm not going to say God decided that, but nature decided that he was going to be a bottom because he has nothing else. Now, there is a thing where a rubber thing, you can put on top of it and wrap it around your balls, right? And maybe the person will feel something, rubber or plastic, but he can't feel anything. So he might as well just lay on his stomach and shut the fuck up. That's why it's so important for him to tell people that he's a top. Nobody believes it, girl. You came over they're trying to say that I'm gay. All this little shit, right? Now she's a screaming queen, honey. Oh, child. Oh, honey. Oh. I said, God damn, could you turn down the gate a little bit so I can understand what the fuck you're talking about, girl? Coochie, coochie. I'm feeling coochie, coochie. Mm. And bring the lube. He's known for his lube, right? They always, when they pick his tombstone, it's going to say, bring the lube on his tombstone, honey. I guess the ghouls and goblins can get up in that asshole. Mm. I just like that little piece of shade she threw at him, child, when she said, you come on here, Jay Wilson, with all your lines and wrinkles. I caught that shade. But you didn't deny it, Jay Wilson. You didn't deny the shade. You didn't even deny that there's a sex tape out there, girl. I was going to pull up when I made the video before I heard about Miss TASHA K. I was going to pull up a couple of like baboons or something having sex. You know, them baboons get them big old blowed up asses. I put it up for his sex tape, but I said no. They're gonna call that sexual harassment or something. A cock pump. Good luck with that, honey. I think with those, you have to have something to put into the pump. I don't think they just nibble on the head, honey. Or trying to threaten somebody. I heard that bullshit, child. This nigga's got a lot of nerve. So the threat was that anybody uses his product, his content, if you want to call it content, they all be demonetized. Is that right? So really, basically, everybody can be demonetized then, right? Including your punk ass. Turn the gate. Wait, it's just too loud, honey. Why so loud? What educated man is discussed like this? Nobody. Nobody in the world, honey. So everybody talk about this disgusting ass queen and a little peen. It's because he don't understand, honey, because people don't respect you. That's what you get. Ooh, baby, what goes around comes around. You put us down. Now you're the clown. We've had our eyes on you for 5 long years. Cause nobody else wanted you. We took you in and listened to your bullshit. We gotta control something. You know, bitch. You only hear is like a piñata, bitch. Something to whip on. Something to crack upside the goddamn head. Let me see what else. Child, hold on a minute. Let me see what else is going on in my perimeter, honey. I don't know why though, but Sean Bradley said it can't happen. But on this Apple computer, I cannot pull up none of that boy's shit. But I can pull it up on my Microsoft computer, and I can pull it up on my television. But since I blocked him on here, he stayed blocked. It won't come back on here unless I just don't know how to do it. Bradley said you can't do that. It's wait a minute. Shane Perry. Common said he would marry Jennifer Hudson. Oh, let me see. Okay, so I don't see what's going on here. I see that now they seem to be moving into full swing between Brian and Honest Roll. This is the beef sector, right? So beefs are going to occur. They're going to occur anyway. So if they choose to go down that road, then they'll just surrender their friendship and go down that road. But I would not have myself being manipulated by a piece of shit like Jay Wilson. I'm sorry, honey. If I want to go after a bitch, excuse me, an African-American person, I'm just doing it on my own because they've offended me. I said something I don't like. I'm not going to do it because Jay Wilson and sit up here and baited me into some argument like he got something to do with him. I need more information. I need more info. That nigga think he's the Wiz. Sit back and let me tell you about the wizard. He's destroying lives and all your friends. Fantastic powers he possessed. Da-da-da-da-da-da. And we all, he's a mess. He's a whiz, and he lives in San Antonio. Tim, are you getting surgery? Yep. I go in there next Wednesday morning. So one doctor says you'll be in there for 1 day. The other one says you'll be in there up to 3 days. 1, 2, 3 days, whatever. I've already got my babysitter take care of my child. And we're ready to go. Thank you, guys. I think it'll be all right. They're going to slice. I'm going to have a scar on my neck, though. The only thing about having scars on your neck, he said he goes into the side. They go in the front. The damn situation is in the back. They go into the front. I'm going to use this as I can see. And they cut open, and they go in behind the bone, and they take the bones out, 3 of them. And they put some kind of artificial thing in there with pins and metal, correct? But it will open it up. Even my voice may change some. That's it. They say you can still talk. We'll see. We'll see. I'm not scared. I mean, I've been through so much stuff, Jeff. I've been through so much stuff. But anytime you get any kind of surgery, though, it does, you are kind of down for a few days. Sound like a facelift. Oh, Lord, have mercy. No, St. James. That's the kind of things your friend Jay Wilson does. He comes back and lies about, he's just going to the gym. He's going, nigga done dropped 60 pounds in 4 days. Then he forecasts, I'm going to lose the weight on such and such a date. Now, what does that say? It means you're going to have some kind of surgery, sissy. Right? No, he's the one that always claim he did something different. I said, girl, you look like you're getting filler in your face. Oh, he said, I getting filler in my face. Next thing you come back, your face is smooth again. No, St. James, because I'm not going to be doing no more work out there in them streets, baby. I don't need no facelift. They're going to have to deal with what they got. Now, I did, St. James, in case someone's interested or anybody over there in your sector is interested, I did start taking that Ozempic, and I have lost 32 pounds in about 3 months. So that's 10 pounds a month. 32 pounds. It seems to be stuck there, though. I don't seem to be getting losing anything else. But I wasn't that big. I wasn't fat. I had a huge belly. So the belly is smaller. I went from a 38 waist to a 36 waist, and the 36 is loose. I got to wear a belt with the 36s. So that's all the work's going to be done, but that's for health reasons. I'm not trying to wear no skinny jeans. I'm not going to be like Jay Wilson out there, 70 years old with the hot pants on. They want me. I don't know why I went to the club, all these straight guys. Why they looking at me for? What they want? Why they looking? They probably want to throw rocks at your ass, bitch. I say, get this punk out of here. I ain't putting no shoe polish in my face, child. I'm not putting artificial little pieces of hair on my head. Then for 1 month, then take it off there, and put it back on. I'm wearing Arnaz. It's a joke. It's a joke, girl. Then he had the nerve to come over here trying to talk about Roman's hairline. I said, girl, that takes a lot of nerve. You are a ballsy bitch. Consider what your hairline is, Jay Wilson. Even when you put Arnaz on your head, the goddamn thing was still sitting way back here, girl. Big, huge watermelon head, bitch. Y'all think I'm bullshitting? Honey, watch that boy standing outside. When he be thinking he's showing off, look at me walking the dog. I'm walking. Look at me. Hold on a minute. Look at me. I'm about to drink this water. I'm drinking water. All I be looking at is the damn deep ridges in your face and in your forehead. I said, this bitch is old, honey. She's old. I don't even believe she's 55. She's probably more like 65. Nose rings and Birks. Maybe she tried out the nose ring. Oh, this is fake. It is fake. I just put the nose ring. You was trying this out to see how people would respond to you, this old ass man, girl, with rings in his nose. You look stupid. We told you what you look like, and all of a sudden the nose ring disappeared. And Birks, them big ass ankles. Bitch, he put on the Birks. He put on these Birkenstocks out with them gray, big old swole up ass ankles. Probably couldn't get nothing else over his foot, child. Right? Them big ass, swole up ass niggas. Then he got the nerve to be flat footed, girl. So I made a video. I call it it's time we talked about Jay Wilson feet, right? Oh, I'm a flat footed brother. I told you it's time for the nigga to be the mayor. Be the mayor and then graduate to being the governor. And you might as well be president, Jay Wilson. You don't do nothing. You the gossipiest bitch on here, girl. And you let all these people come on here and cuss you out on a daily basis, all for these few dollars. It's pitiful. Now, I remember when Funky Dineva went off on I don't watch all his videos, but one time he went off on Kaya. He went over Kaya and he showed us how much money he made from just reading Kaya on the channel, right? I guess he was trying to piss her off. And he made $1,600 on one video reading Kaya, correct? See, that was something to show. When you were talking about, I'm gonna get a coin from it, I'm getting, and the damn thing is reading $11 you made for that video, girl. What are you talking about, the coin? Girl, you got 4,000 subscribers, Miss Thing, after being on here for 6 years, right? We know what you get. I have almost 4 times that much, girl. Correct? I know what I get. Nothing but pure trailer trash. The image of Jay Wilson's skinny jeans is just not right. Ooh, that's what he had on in Atlanta. He had on skinny jeans, child. He had on this confetti-like shirt, black and white shirt with black skinny jeans on, hugging the leg. And then at the end of the leg, he had these gray big-ass ankles. Those ankles still give me nightmares. These big old ankles, right? And then he had brown dress shoes on with the strings pulled all the way out so he can house those ankles. But I said, why would you have on all black and white and all black, but have on these brown worn brown shoes with the laces pulled all the way? Because nothing else would get on that foot, honey. He struggled. That's why he's wearing the Birks. Even dressed up for Halloween, honey. Dressing up like a Viking or something, girl. And when you get down to his feet, he got on the outfit come with shoes, sandals. No, he got to put on special made Birks. How the fuck you gonna bring your ass in here with nothing but Birks, wearing Birks? How do they go? How you gonna didn't bring the Birks? Except for some silly song, Jack. He only makes coins. Not the kind of foes. Not the kind that foes, baby. That's true. Nothing but change, honey. Pocket change. Particularly with only 4,000 subscribers. He is so devastated because the people, I don't know, whatever reason, I guess people do something for a while, but they're just not giving over here in the beef sector anymore. There was a time where a couple of people could really, they got a lot of cash apps and all that kind of stuff. They're just not doing it over here now, right? So she has to go back to talk about how she's getting rich and all the money she's making from AdSense. And we know it's all a lie. Anybody that's on here knows this. That's a goddamn lie. I mean, Google has it going on, honey. They can go in here and put 10 commercials in your thing and only give you $3. You ain't got no viewers, honey. When I said that Dineva had 1,700 for one video, that's because he got 400,000 subscribers. What's he talking about? He been talking like that, child. It's trash. Poor people. If he had any money, he'd start putting on gold chains. Extra skin. Or will a PP? Is there a surgery where they can make his BB a little bigger, honey? I don't know. I just don't know, honey. I just think it's an embarrassment, honey. How you gonna pull your clothes off of somebody? People investing time in your ass, girl. Over there on Grindr, talking about bring the lube. So what are you one of those types, Jay Wilson, that you just leave the front door open and then you invite all these people, and then when they come in, your ass is up on a pillow, and when they walk in, it's a dark room and just got a light on your ass? I know y'all think it's nasty, but it's a real thing though. People online, honey, they call it a pump and dump. Pump and dump. They rent a room, honey. They turn their ass up. You don't even see their face. And I guess they got other nasty people out there in the world, girl. They just come in there and just fuck you and leave. if I find myself in a situation like that, this is what we used to do back in. I'm telling secrets now. Here's what we would do back in the street life, honey. We played the street life, boom, boom. But we fucked around and got old. Street life, boom, boom. And now we gonna feel the cold. They would, the hustler boys, they would go to those rooms, like they have a couple of big ones in the Castro, and these guys would be doing these pump and dump. And what they would do is they would come into the room. The guy was there with his ass. So you know what they do? They go and unplug his laptop because he's been online trying to procure people, right? Unplug the laptop, girl. Go and find out where he's put his pants, because his pants has his wallet. Then they would take the pants and take the shoes, because the fool can't go running down the street with no clothes, right? So they take his clothes, take his laptop, and we just rob you. Is that what you're doing, Jay Wilson? You got to be doing something, girl, to hide that face, right? Ain't nobody trying to come over there and have no sex, no crib keeper, Miss Thing, right? You can manipulate shit online, but face to face, no, child. Them young boys, they not looking for that, girl. I'm sorry, honey. And of course, he wants to lay on his stomach with his booty in the air because he ain't got nothing else to offer. It's pitiful. You sit up there with that little thing, child. That's embarrassing. It's got to be embarrassing. I'm scared. He's collected fluid in his ankles. Hey, I don't know what's wrong with that boy's ankles. They're huge. And to put up, why you get the skinny jeans even over the ankles, girl? I guess they're mushy kind of thing. They'll soften up to pull the jean. Why would you want to put skinny jeans and emphasize that, though? You can imagine what it looks like, girl. And them big old brown shoes. You couldn't buy a pair of shoes to fit you? God damn, it's not like you're Godzilla or somebody, girl. Don't they have special made shoes that'll fit your fucking swollen ass ankles with them flat feet? Then he tried to show the feet one time, girl. And he's just trying to show the toes. No, Jay Wilson, give us the whole effect, Miss Thing. Sex education is everything. I found something new today, Rhonda. Honey, you wouldn't believe. And rob your ass. Wait a minute. And one guy told me, wait a minute. I don't know if I told this story, or I made it up, or one of the boys told me this, right? As they were leaving, they were leaving the room after they took the man's laptop and took all his clothes, including his wallet. The man finally realized what was going on, and they looked up, and he says, "Now, do you feel fucked?" Let it go, Jay Wilson. I think you need to let it go. Let it go, baby. Let it go, girl. I got somebody. AdSense is not bill money. You are correct, St. James. Unless you can get them numbers up over 100,000 and keep them up there, girl, it is not no bill money. That's something you want to buy your little blouse, right? You want to go buy you something special, get your pinky ring or something like that, child. That's extra money. I wouldn't be on here if I had to depend on AdSense, girl. My uncle, y'all know who he is, takes care of all of my needs, all my bills, and this bitch try to read me for that, girl. Everything else, this is just extra, baby. Buy myself a new doggy collar. Now, I do feed my baby well. I feed my dog real good. I was cooking chicken for him for the first 4 years he was here. And now I done started buying this canned chicken, which he seems to love, but it's extremely expensive. It's $24, but you get 6 cans, but he can only eat on twice on it. So it's expensive, but that's just a luxury for my baby. And easier for me because I don't have to cook the chicken and all that. But that's the kind of thing I get from YouTube. You know, we're not ungrateful though. You know, something to do. He depends on it. So when they stopped cash apping, he didn't know what to do. He's sitting up here in this stupid ass house. Even though with the HUD loan, he only has to pay 30% of his income, correct? Of course, his income is like this. He doesn't report hardly any of it, right? He probably just reports what he gets from one of these temporary places. But they can't be going up and down with him. Nigga got a different job every 2 weeks. Correct. But according to the government, everybody should be paying 30% of the income on rent. Now, in cities like this, a lot of people are paying closer to 50% of their income, which is insane when you add up all your other bills. Correct. But yeah, he was dependent on that. Instead of going out and getting work, real work, he got on YouTube and lost his mind. And he felt like this is he said it many times. This is easy money. This is easy money, right? I wish he just show the receipts. This is a generation that enjoys receipts, girl. If you're making so much money on AdSense, let us see it. Right? I know what it is, girl. 4,000. I got 22,000 subscribers, child. Right? So whatever you get, I get 4 times that much. And I ain't getting shit. Well, I imagine if you go on 5, 6 times a day, honey. The famous Anon scene. What was that? The famous Anon scene. Times are hard now. Times are showing up hard, honey. He never wants to admit it. Times is hard for his ass. Times is extremely hard for Jay Wilson. Baby, all this, the ripoffs you done did over here, girl, and you still fell behind in your mortgage, girl. I think he's been basically behind since he got in there. He got in there within a year. He lost the job that he had, where he was a dean of a school. I'm a dean of a school. Then we found out the dean is online. Probably most of his education is online, girl. He got fired and they act like it's a big deal. Oh, I lost a job. I lost a job. But saying you always lose a job. What is the breaking news, Jay Wilson? Correct? Isn't it that part of working for a temporary place? When the woman told us that you work for temp agency, that wasn't anything new, right? That wasn't anything new, Jay Wilson. How are you going to be building up? You said you had a 401k. You don't bring that on here no more, right? Because everybody has got enough sense to know that, well, you start saying you had a 401k, you got fired from the job, girl, that's when you use your 401k to put a down payment on the house. Well, the down payment is only 3%, girl. You could barely scratch that together. So you emptied out the 401k. Ain't nothing in there, girl. Right? Right? And then you ain't got no job. You ain't had no job in the last 10 years, Miss Thing. So what are you going to retire on, Jay Wilson? Surely it's not going to be government assistance. Government assistance. I didn't know he was on government assistance. I didn't know he was. Collecting your Social Security is receiving government assistance, in his opinion. Like he ain't gonna have his hungry ass down there, girl. Jay Wilson has now you misspelled it. He has no sense of style. He thought he was letting them have it with the Amish hats. What if an Amish man would have came over and said, "Good to see you, brother"? What group are you in? It's stupid. Who can be that dumb, honey? They don't know what a fucking religious hat is. He got an Amish hat and he got a Jewish hat. You know how the Jews wear this certain kind of hat on Fridays. They don't use no. What's that noise? No transportation. They don't use no computers, no machines, and whatever. It's a tradition. They put on those hats. They think he really let them have it. Covered up that big bald head, honey. Don't talk about somebody's hairline. You got a lot of nerve, boy. That house is way too big for him. It's just collecting dust. Well, that's the issue, Kendor. See, he was raised in a trailer park, right? He says his brothers left the trailer park. That means that they were in their 20s when they left the trailer. So they've been in that trailer for 20 years, right? However long he was there, but the family has been in that trailer park for 20-something years, right? Because the brothers, he claims, they all left. He never mentioned these brothers, right? I believe probably this man had more than one family. He was a truck driver. But the point is, he was raised in his trailer. They were 11 people in a single wide trailer. You have to understand what a single wide trailer is. A single wide trailer is the same size as a Frito-Lay truck. Food trucks you see driving around, they're able to go on the freeway. A single wide trailer can be transported on the freeway. Now, a double wide trailer, they have to cut them in half so they can only get a single wide onto a lane and a half on the freeway, right? Imagine 11 people in that little bitty ass thing. And he lived that way for most of his life, correct? So for him, acquiring a house was a lifelong dream. He just wants to be able to sit at a table and have a meal, correct? Because the family, they would have had to eat in shifts. You can't sit 11 people around on anything in no single wide trailer. I've been inside of a single wide. One time I had this piece of trade that used to live in one group. You couldn't get no table that's going to seat 11 people. They could never even eat together. So his whole life is just getting this house. Now, it's got a 2-story house. There's nobody upstairs. He said he was renting Airbnb, but nobody came. Nobody came to his Airbnb. So people have to wonder, well, Jay Wilson, with all of this education you keep harping on, you're the one that brought that up. We didn't know anything about no education. You brought that up over and over and over again, right? People will say, well, damn, can't you have figured something out by now? I mean, come on, Jay Wilson. You could have been an attorney with 2 degrees, correct? You could have been a doctor with 3, right? You haven't made one good decision for your entire life. You talk shit about the church, but wasn't that what you spent your life trying to be educated in? I don't think there's any real education there. I think that more than likely, this seminary classes, girl, that he took while he was going to church, some of the classes are probably held down in the basement, honey. And eventually, oh, we have the graduations now. Oh, you're a minister, Jay Wilson, and all this old bullshit. He comes on here, but he refuses to show us any of these degrees, girl. He insists that we have to call the school because he is convinced that nobody's going to actually call because he ain't worth a shit. Why, boy, they fucking around trying to call a school somewhere. What school would they call? Correct? But since you have made such a big deal out of it, Jay Wilson, we would like to say, well, girl, what is your successes? Tell us. We want to know. Do you have more? Are you more educated than Biden? I'm just saying. Any politician, mayors, supervisors, I don't know, CEO, anybody, girl, what have you done, Jay Wilson? Nothing. So all you want to do is get in the house so you can pretend that you're rich. That's how the black folks used to do back in the day when we didn't have shit. And when we were forced to not have good jobs, not live in good neighborhoods, they go out and buy a great big old Cadillac. Now, I guess in their mind, they felt like they were successful because they couldn't buy a decent house in a decent neighborhood, right? I'm just talking about our history, honey, right? But they could always get them a Cadillac, correct? And this house is Jay Wilson's Cadillac. Nobody in it. All he does is wobble his ass from the bedroom to the bathroom to the kitchen. That's it. I doubt if he even sits on that tacky ass furniture in the living room, girl. I got a hell. I got this hell. So what does it got to do with us? Them hats went out of fashion. Maybe those are religious hats. They were never in fashion. He wouldn't know fashion if it bit him in the ass. When he first lost that weight, probably under the knife, he came back buying all these little silly ass outfits, $7.99, 2 for $15. He thought he was really letting us have it. Ooh, I just put this on. I just put this on. Yes, he was eating in shifts. You have to imagine the single wide, honey. Right. Now, how in the hell, if you have 2 parents, he brags about he got 2 parents. I had my mom and my dad. I got a mom and dad. Well, your mom and dad was pitiful, right? Because with 11 kids in a single wide trailer, can we assume that the parents had a bedroom? How many bedrooms can you have in a single wide, Jay Wilson? Correct. That means you had 6 niggas in one room, 5 in the other room. Right? You had to mix the boys and the girls because you only had 2 rooms there. Oh, no. Excuse me. More than likely, it was no more than 2 bedrooms in the single wide. I don't see how they would get. The only way they could get 3 bedrooms in there is if they took away the living area and you had 4 or 5 niggas in there. Correct, Jay Wilson? So we can see where the damage came from, girl. Right? And we saw how you came on here and tried to brag before we moved into the house. Well, others said she was born in the house, and you try to brag on your father's house, correct? And some clever person went and doxed you again, because they're always doxing you, right? They went and doxed you again, and we saw the house that you were bragging about your family, your family of 11 people moved into, and it was a 1-bedroom house with a one bedroom add-on. We saw the size of the add-on, girl. You weren't in much better shape than when you were in the trailer, girl. Right? So why brag about it? I mean, we know poverty. I know poverty. Hell, I was a good part of my childhood was in the projects, girl. I don't give a fuck. It ain't no secret. I ain't gotta lie about it. I ain't gotta lie about shit. But since you don't value the truth, girl, you're such a phony person, girl. And you think somebody's supposed to be impressed with you, Jay Wilson? You over here in the club. He went to the black club on his birthday, child. He told me all the straight men was cruising here. I said, well, goddamn, all these beautiful young people, why in the hell they gonna accuse the only gay senior citizen, and that's who they're looking at? Don't compete when you don't compare, Jay Wilson. His mission is to convince all of these black people over here that they can't have no relationship. Nobody wants them. The relationship never works. They can't meet nobody. They can't have no friends. This is his mission, child. Jay Wilson, you don't have no goddamn friends. You certainly don't spend no time with them, correct? You're on here every waking moment. Any 5 minutes you can carve out, girl, you got your ass back here on YouTube, right? Because you don't have any friends. So it's easy for you to say ain't no friends on YouTube because you don't have no friends nowhere. Correct, Jay Wilson? Tell the truth. Tell the truth. If you could only tell the truth, girl, you'll be so free. It's so freeing. And a lot of this shit that you just, it's not even worth talking about. Nobody cares where you live, girl. Why would it be important to anybody else, Jay Wilson? Right? Nobody cares, girl. Nobody cares about the Volvo or the stinking Lincoln, Miss Thing. We're not the one putting gas in it. We're not the one paying the insurance on 2 stupid ass cars, girl, just to ride for Uber, Miss Thing. And most of the money that you make at Uber, girl, goes to the goddamn car, girl. Right? Another bad decision. Oh, he came on here talking about me, girl. She said, oh, you made those decisions. You know you made those decisions. Lord have mercy. It's kind of sad trying to prove himself. Be in debt ain't living. Being in debt is not living. You know he's in bad debt. Anytime, honey, they refuse you a $4 purchase on your debit card, girl. I mean, this card is old. This card, no, the card is fine, honey. The point is you don't have $4, Jay Wilson. And they wouldn't even allow you to put $4 on your credit card, girl. Who could have credit that's so bad that they can't even charge $4 for a cup of coffee? It's embarrassing. And this is when you were ripping all those people off and they were giving you cash apps, girl. What were you doing with it? Is Mark costing you? Are you shaking your purse at the man you're calling your husband? What are you doing with the money, Jay Wilson? Well, of course, the money's not there anymore. So now he's got to have trips where y'all can all pay him $55, child, right? He said, oh, it's 55 people coming. It's 55 people. Not even thinking about what are you going to tell these people when they get all the way to Las Vegas, girl? They done took off work. They done spent all this money to come to Las Vegas. They had to pay for their own hotel room. They got to pay for their own flight. They got to give you $55. They pay all this shit, and they realize, but it's only 6 people here, right? So you tricked us here. Correct, Jay Wilson? How can all these other people have meet and greets and it don't cost them a damn dime? As far as the person putting it on, why do you have to have all this money all the time, girl? Right? And you still haven't come and explained to us what happened to the money that you collected. You say you had these people who were sponsoring people for the boat ride, yet nobody on the boat was sponsored. So what happened to the money? Lord, it looks like all roads leads back to Jay Wilson. I came on here to talk about TASHA K and her latest lawsuit, and it seems like all roads lead to Jay Wilson. So if he calls that a success, I guess that's what you are then, child. You're someone we love to beat up on. That's the bottom line, Jay Wilson. So if you like that, sure, I'll help you out, brother. I'll love to whip on you. Mm-hmm. He could, when he came on here talking about he just lost a job, you lost a job. Well, girl, you should have went and applied to get a real job instead of all this little piecework shit, right? These jobs that last a month. You can't think no further ahead than a month. Why didn't you apply for a real job, Jay Wilson, if you have all this real education? And how hard was it for you to come on here and tell us that you were fired from this school because you claimed that you were an ordained minister and you were not? So don't you think you owe an apology for lying and saying and fighting all these people about how you are ordained minister, girl? Then you have to come back and say it was all a lie? And you wonder why people hate you. What a horrible way to live. I'm just gonna go online and get some and watch people cuss me out. And that's how I stay afloat. If you stay afloat on AdSense, you are way in the hole, honey. And nothing else is steady. Nothing else is steady. All that Google, what's he call it? Driving that damn car. Most of that is going to the car. They made you get a new car because you want to go to doing the airline runs in the morning, early in the morning, 4:30 in the morning. You have to have a decent vehicle, right? Just try to tell the truth, girl. How come all the other Uber drivers are picketing Uber because they're not getting enough money? But yet you somehow are getting the coin. I'm getting the coin from it. Oh, they ain't like me. Oh, they not like us. They not like us. I don't know why I always end up here. What's going on? What are you talking about? This Anon. Oh, Anon. Oh, Anonymous. Oh, thank you, St. James. Okay, St. James is educating those people. There's nothing wrong with a little education. Even though I know you're mostly heterosexual women, there's nothing wrong with a little education. So St. James is saying that Anon is short for anonymous. Anonymous. That means that there are no faces, no names. Is a better word for come and dump. They accused somebody that you know very well of that at one point, St. James. Anon. I learned something today, right? They got Sex Anonymous, and they got Alcoholics Anonymous, and they got Narcotics Anonymous, Gamblers Anonymous, and then the other one is just Anon. I've been out the game so long, St. James. I don't even know the current language, honey. He could pimp his partner. He could pimp his partner out. Well, Mark ain't no dime piece either, honey. Mark looked like a mini me, two bald head fellas. We don't even know if Mark is slow. He only let him say a few words, girl. He only let him say they look like twins. As if Jay Wilson is taller and has all these wrinkles and shit in his face and his forehead. Correct. And it's constantly struggling with weight. Up and down, up and down, up and down. So when he's fat, Mark won't touch him. Correct. So really, the whole weight loss thing came trying to hold on to the only lover he ever had. Mm-hmm. I'm just trying to hold on to my partner, to my life. Clearly, okay, they clearly had no TV. How many kids? Ooh, no TV. You know, that was a sad household, honey. That was a sad ass household to have all them people in that little bitty thing, child, for years and years and years. He came on and said he was born and raised there. Then all of a sudden, after I got in that ass, then all of a sudden, I left there when I was 4 years old. When I was, what happened to all these stories you had, girl? All that occurred before you were 4 years old, Jay Wilson? You weren't getting no free lunches. No free lunches, no free lunches. Well, how in the fuck you getting free lunches at 4 years old? Don't you start kindergarten at 5? When someone shows you who they are, 4 sets of bunk beds. I guess they have to attach them to the wall. Well, I don't know how that works, honey. I just can't imagine all them people. Sheesh. My parents believe in home ownership. Yes, he actually had the nerve to come here and talk about how his daddy believed in home ownership, girl. Having all them niggas in that little bitty ass can, honey. That's home ownership. I told you before, and I'll say it again, girl. You should have went down there to the peoples you talk about and got yourself a project. At least in the projects, the government would not allow the boys and the girls sleep in the same room, girl. If you got all them kids and things, they're gonna make sure you have bedrooms for the children and a living room for the people to sit down, where they can sit down and watch TV at least. Jay Wilson. Such a damaged person. They love the roof. They made love. They made love on the roof under the stars. Nowhere else to do it at. Where would the mom and daddy get to do it at, a child? If you got niggas laying all over the dining room table and motherfuckers, one time when he was so dumb, he brought his sister on here, right? And his sister know who I was. I guess I've been reading that bitch that long. She said, I want to say something to Timothy Blaine. We weren't laying all over the floor. We had a bed. Well, I'm sure the young ladies had some kind of bed, honey. I don't know how many of y'all was sleeping in the bed, girl. How many of you? But the boys, they definitely on the floor, girl. He never tried that again. He brought Mark on here one time, girl. We raid his ass so bad, he ain't never showed up again. Jay Wilson, Wonder Years, and we still wondering. Right, the real tea on him. Nobody would give a fuck. Girl, nobody cares about other people's lives, Miss Day. Right, but she was insisting today that she had to talk about Brian's life. Brian and Orange Road. He had to get in there and make sure they broke up. He had to go in there, what he said, all this little shit, child. So everybody could be just as sick as him. His mom should have gotten Section 8. Yes, that's child abuse. They require them to rent a place with more rooms. Absolutely. She could have had some Section 8. She could have been in the projects. They could have done something more responsible than crowding all those people into that disgusting ass trailer. It's disgusting. You know that nigga ain't bought no new trailers, girl. And who the fuck gonna buy a single wide trailer if they got all them children? He's scarred. He needs to be on somebody's couch. You see, he ain't saying nothing about that goddamn mortgage, honey. Who that girl up in the Negro Goddess, when she brought up that mortgage court, girl, he goes, hi, Gigi. Gigi gluten-free lab. How do you, I never understand gluten. I know I'm constantly, Gigi, constantly looking for things that are sugar-free because of my diabetes, but I run into gluten-free more often. What is that? Is that like, what is gluten-free? Can you tell me? I get lactose-free milk. See what else going on here. I'm supposed to be on here talking about Miss TASHA K, honey, but I think she's well covered. Thank you, St. James, for giving me the tea on Anon. Although I don't think I'm going to use it in my personal life on the top or the bottom, girl. Anyway, people, thank y'all for coming in. I'm sorry I got diverted and went over to that old familiar stomping ground, but it's just so much fun. I see my channel is still up, Jay Wilson. I thought you said everybody's channel going to drop down because they had a clip of your voice. Please.